Question number 11, Moana Mackey.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister for the Environment and asks, does she agree with all the comments made by her colleague, the Minister for Energy and Resources, Hon Simon Bridges, on Campbell Live last night relating to the regulation and risk management of offshore oil and gas exploration?
Honourable Amy Adams.
Insofar as his comments relate to my portfolio responsibilities, then broadly yes. I certainly agree that this government has strengthened regulation and risk management of offshore oil and gas exploration with a significant, layered and sophisticated process now in place to manage the risks associated with these activities. However, I would clarify that in respect of the non-notified classifications discussed, while these have been proposed and consulted on, no final decisions have yet been made.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Moana Mackey.
Does she agree with Minister Bridges' statement, quote, "This is not the Anadarko show or the John Campbell or Simon Bridges show," unquote? Or has she explained to him that it is in fact the John Campbell show and that shouting him down for merely attempting to convey the concerns of the people of Kaikoura is not the best way to demonstrate that the government is taking those concerns seriously?
Honourable Amy Adams.
Well, thankfully, Mr Speaker, I have no ministerial responsibility for the John Campbell show.
Supplementary question, Moana Mackey.
When Minister Bridges stated, quote, "You made it very clear on that show that you wanted to get me in to provide a balance," unquote, does she believe he achieved that balance by accusing John Campbell of biased reporting because he didn't make, quote, "one single positive statement," unquote, about the role of Anadarko in the worst environmental disaster in the history of the oil industry?
Honourable Amy Adams, and as far as it has ministerial responsibility.
Mr Speaker, if the member would like to find any slim relevance of any of that to my portfolio, then I'd be very happy to answer it.
Yeah, it's called the environment, but anyway.
Supplementary question. Order.
In the event of an oil spill...
Supplementary question, Moana Mackey.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. In the event of an oil spill, how long would it take to get the, quote, 400 people on call from Maritime New Zealand, unquote, out to the site, 100 kilometres off the coast of Kaikoura, in the 3 aluminium launchers owned by Maritime New Zealand, 2 of which are based at the top of the North Island, given a top speed for the vessels of 13 kilometres an hour when fully laden?
Honourable Amy Adams.
Mr Speaker, let me speak really slowly so she can follow me. I am not the Minister for Maritime Transport.
Order!
I am not...
Order! Now, if the Minister could assist the order of the House by standing and simply asking the question.
Mr Speaker, I am not the Minister for Maritime Transport, which has responsibility for oil response to oil spills, and I would have thought the member would know that.
Supplementary
question.
Does she think the Kaikoura community has every right to be concerned and angry about the proposed offshore drilling, given that today her government will take away their right to have a say through a notified process, a right that was explicitly promised to them by the former Minister of Energy, Phil Heatley, last year?
Honourable Amy Adams, insofar as she has ministerial responsibility.
Well, I think the Kaikoura community would be very well aware that under Labour there was absolutely no public participation in any of these decisions because there was absolutely no process to consider the environmental impact. And I think the community of Kaikoura would be delighted that under the national government there will be now a full consideration based on the science and the technical information for each proposal.
Order. Question number 12, Dr. Jan Yang.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question